Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Daddy Academy. You know, I've been thinking and I think we need some more men on that couch. All right, the reason why you guys like me and my content is because I'm giving you the insight as to what men are thinking, okay? The way they date, the way they move. So I want to start debunking some of that thought process and maybe challenge some guys as well. I got my page here full of notes. We're gonna really get into it on this one. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the episode. I hope you enjoy it.
No, I've been in LA for 11 years, which is great. Can't complain. I'm gonna definitely end up there.
Yeah,
but
do a little stint.
Gotta switch it up. Maybe for like a year.
Yeah.
You know, before I'm like 45. Yeah. Can't move to New York as a bachelor anymore. I mean, you can, but you know.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
All right, you wanna roll? We're good? Oh, we're rolling? Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daddy Academy. I'm here with a very special guest, a new friend of mine. He goes by Toddy Smith. His Instagram name is Toddy Eric.
I know. It's just a bunch of names, man. When Instagram first came out, I was like, first and middle. Todd
Okay, so Eric is
Todd
your
Eric.
middle name.
Yeah, middle name. But then I would go by Toderick, and I would just tell people my name's
Toderick.
Toderick.
That's what it is.
Toderick, yeah, Toderick. And then,
okay.
And then people got me mixed up with like Toderick, like the artist or whatever. I'm like, no, that's not me. And then Vine was out, and I made my name Toddy Smithy on Vine. I don't know, it's just like got a bunch of aliases. You know, who am I? I don't even know who I am.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
This is my first question is, who are you? Tell the story of how you, I mean, you're an internet personality.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for a long time. When did that sort of start and like what was your sort of journey?
First started, Instagram came out like 2012. Me and my best friend Scott, still best friends. I really wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
And I don't know why I thought Instagram would help me. I'm like, maybe if I get famous on Instagram, I could be an actor.
Yeah.
And so we would do like these like stupid ass crazy photos. Like we'd like create like different, you know, like there was like Throwback Thursday.
Sure.
We'd create our own like hashtags and like try to like pop off with that.
Yeah.
Like mom's clothes Mondays, and we like dress in mom's clothes and like, I don't know, it was weird shit. And then at the time he had like a bot and like we were getting like a bunch of fucking likes on there. And we thought we were super cool. And then Vine started, and real quick, I went on a dating show as Vine started, and before I left, my friend Scott's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pop off on Vine. I'm gonna get some followers on Vine." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I go away for a month, and I come back, and he has like 200,000 followers on Vine.
Jeez.
I'm like, "Oh man, that's crazy." And then we started making Vines together. He was actually super big on Vine, and then from that, we met a bunch of friends that did Vines, and then David, Jason, this is my friend Scott, Zane and Heath, we all started making YouTube videos together, and then now I'm here.
So wait, so how old were you when you started kind of doing all that?
Like 23.
Okay, so basically like you grew up
23, yeah. Whoa.
like on the internet, basically.
Yeah.
So like, no, but that's
yeah.
that's like crazy. From a lot of, I mean, most people's experiences aren't having that level of like fame or notoriety. Just being, you know, just like a young dude.
Yeah.
How has that sort of changed your dating experience? Because like as obviously the dating show, a lot of women on here want to learn the ins and outs of dating, want to learn the ins and a lot of ladies
Pop off my shoes.
and they like knowing the male perspective, how men think, how men go about things.
For sure.
And you and I were talking at the John Summit show a little bit, so we were kind of getting into it and kind of like how you move, how you've moved. So I think kind of getting your perspective, an honest perspective, because like I'm like, listen, like I'm here to help the ladies out, but I'm a guy too. So like I see both sides of the thing, and just wanting to kind of give them that insight of how different guys think and how different guys date and whatnot. So so like be as honest as you feel like you want to be, but like how has that process of growing up on the internet and stuff like that, like how did that change the way you dated? At least let's start. This is history class, so let's start with the history, and then we'll catch up to current time.
So in between then and now, I dated 2 girls.
Okay, 2 serious girlfriends.
2 serious girlfriends.
Okay.
Yeah. Like one was 2 years on and off, and one was 3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, I always felt like a bit of like, not a lover boy, but like very like hopeless, romantic.
Sure.
You know. But as I have gotten older, I've kind of grown out of that.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know why. It's just like
because I feel like people almost feel like well, not because it's true. When you're younger, you have that kind of hopeless, romantic.
Yeah, for sure. And
why do you think? Well, actually, before we get into why you think that kind of went away. How did those two relationships end? You don't have to get like super detailed into it, but like
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna make a bad joke.
Well, how old was the first one? Like how old were you when you had that
The
first
first one was like 20. What was it? 26.
Okay.
27.
All right.
And then the next one was like, it was 29 into COVID.
Okay. Yeah.
So that one was like COVID for us. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean it's true.
No.
I mean a lot of people that made or break a lot of relationships.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It did.
it was great though. Let's see, but what was the question?
No, the first one. Like how did they end? Like
the first one. Well, the first one, we just didn't work out.
All right. Yeah.
You know, like, it's
whatever.
like-
It just didn't work out.
No, kind of like the first one was just like I think like two toxic people at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe I was, you know
Sure.
what I mean? Like
No,
it
I
was
mean,
very
it's-
like
yeah,
back
for
and forth. It was like on and off, and then
Like it was like an on and off 2-year type thing.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. The second one was great, like very healthy, and then like the third year kind of just like dwindled out, and it's like lost communication. Or I guess like I just the last year kind of just faded.
Yeah.
And so I hate saying it's ran its course, but maybe that's like maybe
No,
that's
but
what
I mean,
happened.
I think that's something I talk about a lot. I mean, not everyone. We're okay. If you're looking for marriage or a serious relationship, ultimately, like we're talking about like one person here.
Yeah.
So most dating scenarios don't work out.
Yeah.
So some people are meant to just be in your life for a time period to teach you a lesson. I think there's a lesson to learn from everything.
For sure.
And sometimes like that's just it. It's a 2-3 year relationship. It ran its course, and that's just it.
Yeah.
But what do you think? So what did you learn from? So you're saying you learned from those that you're not in that same sort of like lover boy mindset anymore. Do you like even like right now? Do you want a relationship at the moment or not? Really? No.
No, I don't know why. I just like like I mean like there have been girls that I've met in like the past like few months where I'm like like head over heels.
Yeah.
For like a couple weeks, and then it's just like
So where do you?
I don't.
So let's get into that because this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like okay, you and I like we were talking like
Yeah.
I'm pretty newly single as well, like as of like 4 months ago, and my mindset is like I want to get married. Like I want that. Obviously, I'm not in like a rush to do that, but that's what I'm looking for.
For sure.
So as I'm dating now, it's like those are sort of the thoughts I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, okay, how can I be with this person long term? How am I feeling? And making like decisions kind of based off of that. Listen, am I opposed to if something was a little more casual, felt like that? Sure, but like that's not what I'm looking for, particularly.
Yeah.
But you're in the opposite mindset where you're like, no, I don't want a serious relationship right now. I just want to be casual and just have fun.
Yeah.
Do my own thing.
I just want to like focus on work.
You right?
Or what I want to get done and accomplish, and like I do want to get married. You know.
Right. Okay.
Eventually.
Okay. You do want.
But
that.
I was talking to my therapist, and this makes
So
a lot.
he goes to therapy. He goes to therapy.
And he's like, "You're a late bloomer."
Sure.
And I'm like, yeah. I mean, physically in middle school and high school, I was a late bloomer, and I think also with moving throughout my life.
Yeah.
You know, I've my hometown. I have so many people who got married, had kids, and got divorced.
Right. No, I agree with that.
And then, no offense, then they got like super depressed, and they're hitting me up. They're like, "Yo, you know any girls?" I'm like, "No, dude."
Yeah.
You're
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think that there's a lot of truth to that, where a lot of people try to rush that phase of their life, but they don't even know who they are.
No, totally.
Right?
People think like life's like which is fine. They can think that way, but they think life's like this like formulaic thing that you got to follow.
I got to do school, and then I meet the person,
Yeah.
and then the baby, and all these.
And then
happen
maybe a
before 30
fence in
years
a
old.
swing, and like, oh man, maybe I fucking go bankrupt.
Right.
Then boom, I'm dead. Just kidding. And then I have people, which is fine. I have people like, oh, when are you gonna have kids and get married? Shut the up. Go yourself, loser. None of your business.
No, I mean that's the thing. I think if you know what you want and you're communicating it and you're moving accordingly, it's like it's not someone's business to tell you how to be.
Yeah.
If you know how you want to be, and if you're if you're being a good person and treating people the right way, then it's fine.
Letting them know how it is. Like,
Right,
I'm not looking for anything.
Do you say that pretty upfront?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I mean, I would like not joke around about this, but like there was this one girl I was talking to. It was like a situationship. She was great, and we were talking, and like we'd like be very honest with each other.
Good. I mean,
and, like,
it's better to
we'd,
be that way.
We'd like around. Like, I'm like emotionally unavailable. Like that's me. And she's like, that's why I like talking to you, honestly.
Ladies,
you know, like,
you see it?
like this is perfect. If you're honest, I think that's from the start. I think that's important.
I think a lot of men mess up is that they aren't as honest as possible from the start.
Yeah.
I think as a guy, if you straight up tell somebody how it is, then it's their decision as to how they want to jump into it. There's a lot of guys that get like the bad rap are the ones that kind of play this like hidden agenda game, and then you hook up, and then the women think that this is going somewhere, and then it doesn't, and then they blame the guy for having sex with them.
And then banging their roommate.
Yeah.
That's New York City. That's what I heard.
No, right.
But yeah.
So I think, a lot of honesty is always the best way to move. So like the fact that you're doing that is, I mean, that's the better way to go about it.
Yeah.
But you still have plenty of women that are interested in you.
Yeah. I think if you're honest with that from like the get-go, I feel like that's like more attractive.
Do you feel like there are a lot of women that try to then change your mind? Like as you're seeing them, okay, this is just casual, but then a little bit more emotionally.
It's like make me dinner, like make me a steak, or take me to dinner. Like.
Yeah. Okay, so there's levels of casual. I like this. So let's get into this. Are you like taking women that you're interested in out on dates, or is it more like I'm doing this thing, come through, or like come over, and like ladies, okay, we're getting an insight here, so don't be roasting Todd in the comments,
please,
okay? This is like science. We're giving you the insight as to how people think, okay? So. You should be thanking him.
This is
research.
This is NSA shit right here.
This is great. Okay, so how do you move in this way?
Okay. If I'm really into someone,
okay,
which I have been like recently,
okay,
like I'll take someone out.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about this is actually a really good breakdown because I talk about when a guy meets you, he knows right away. Are you more of a girlfriend type person, or are you more of like a hookup person, right? You being in the headspace of I just want casual puts everyone more in that casual bucket. But to your point, there's people that you're meeting that you still like, and could, in theory, maybe change your mind.
For sure. Like, I met a girl Tuesday at a party, and I was like, she's fucking, I was a little wasted too, but I'm like, yeah, she's great.
Right.
She's sexy.
Okay, so then so break down how you treat those types of people. So those are the type of women you would take out on a date?
On a date, yeah.
Okay.
For sure, yeah. And then you got like, not to be rude, but like you have some friends, more casual friends, and then they just kind of pop over at night. You freaking watch a TV show and make some love.
Yeah. Okay.
And then but they know the situation.
Right.
So
You're not tricking anybody.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
And then, I mean, like I'm sure you've had like some fair share of like situationships.
Sure,
right?
Of course, yeah.
They're great until they run their course.
Until it runs its course. So that's another question. How long do you allow the course to run?
Usually like 6 months.
I think that's at the longest 6 months.
The longest 6 months because I had a couple friends at the same time. They're like, all right, what are we doing? Literally the same day, back to back.
Really?
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Are we talking to each other?
You can't really go
Dude,
past.
It's crazy. Yes.
It's unhealthy for it to go longer.
For sure. Yeah.
I actually I say that all the time.
Definitely.
I'm like, listen, if you want to do casual things, that's great, but you kind of got to cut it by.
Then you start to resent the person.
Because then it just starts getting weird because like someone can start pulling away, and it just creates this dynamic that you're low key dating them now.
Yeah.
Because like if you're hooking up, let's just say once a week for 6 months.
Yeah.
We're talking how many bangs is that? I'm no mathematician. I'm a professor, but math is a bad subject. It's quite a few.
Yeah.
So it's like at that point, it's like it's impossible for someone to not start to feel even that sense of like real closeness to you.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's like, I would even recommend shorter than that.
I think 3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months
should be it.
Yeah.
Because I actually developed like good friendsps with some of these people,
Right. So then you're able to potentially cut it off at a place where there's no hard feelings.
Yes. And then one of them, like after like the 6 months, and then because she's really cool, I would still hit her up, and then she'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then I would feel like an idiot. I'm like, "Oh yeah, what am I doing?" And then I would think, which I have gotten better at. I'm like, I'm not ready now to settle down.
Yeah.
So why would I still pursue her and you know what I'm saying? And get to that point and then pull back again. So it's like,
because then it's like
there's no point to do like.
Well, because then that would be leading somebody on.
Yeah.
To an extent, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
Okay, no.
Not past 25 years old.
Right. So, this is I love this. I love how honest you're being about this too. This is great. So you said, okay, you're not ready right now.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to be a little introspective, what do you think are the things that need to be in order for you to then feel ready? Because for example, what I talk about a lot is like a guy needs to feel really good in his career. He needs to feel in like a really good place where he could provide for somebody, feels really confident in himself, right? So it's like that's a huge, huge part of it.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, when was his last relationship? Yours was a while ago, so like that's not really coming to play with you here. But like, yeah, what would you say is kind of like the thought process behind it? Let's get into the...
Unless it's like Kendall Jenner knocking at the door. and then I think so I'm in like the entertainment space with like acting and producing.
Sure.
So I think acting is like my main focus, and then the clothing company, Gothic Mochas. I think like I just need to feel, I want to feel even more comfortable. Like I feel comfortable in like those spaces right now.
Yeah.
Like we're like crushing the clothing. Acting is good. Producing like short films. I want to produce feature films and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like one more step in my career. Then I'm gonna feel like satisfied.
Yeah.
Not content, but like fucking. I want to be satisfied. Right now, it's just like a lot of running around and like trying to like put things together.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose focus on that. Mm-hmm. And not saying like having a strong female in my life would make me lose focus. I think honestly she'd make me even better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So then
that's like the catch-22 right there. It's like my last relationship, she made me a better person.
Right.
And better in my career. Because she was crushing it like up here.
Right.
And so I got to all boats rise with the tide.
Right.
You know? And so I think it's not that I'm closed off to a relationship right now. I'm like not generally looking.
Sure.
But if the right girl and the right like girl in her like career, supporting, even creative.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily if she's in finance, but you know.
Sure.
You know
I know
what
what you mean.
saying?
I know what you
like,
mean.
I think it's just like the right support system, also / best friend / believes in you kind of thing. That's what you need. That's what I.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
Someone comfortable in their own skin.
Right.
You know.
So so in your mind, you do kind of have a picture of what that person looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're not like
actively
looking for it.
Yeah.
Do you? All right. So here's another interesting question. Okay. I've noticed sometimes, I'm not saying this is you, but some guys in general, they'll use a lot of like casual hookups to almost cope with a feeling that they're not fulfilled with something. You know? Can you relate to that at all? Or do you feel like I think every guy at some point, I'm not saying this is you now, but every guy at some point focuses on, I gotta learn how to get women. Like, I gotta get women, right? Like, maybe in my mid-20s or so, like, I was, like, super focused on, because, I'm in the dating space, so, like, I found it really fascinating. Like, how do I get good with women? What do I do? What do I say? Going on tons of dates and whatnot. And looking back, like, I'm like, oh, I kind of, like, wasted a lot of time super focused on women at one point in my life.
I know what you mean. I had that, too, like, when I was, like, 24.
Right.
Like, super focused.
Right, super focused on
it. Why? I don't know why. I thought it was, like, the thing to do.
Right. So then, like... But then I've noticed that some guys then, they'll do the casual thing and they're using it to sort of like, I'm not saying you're doing this, but like, just see if you could like bear with me kind of in the thought process of like, there's something that they're not fulfilled with, so they're using the validation of women or like the abundance of like, I could have sex with that girl and this and that to kind of like help build
themselves up.
Confidence. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it's kind of like having like, okay, this might be a bad example. Maybe a terrible day, and then having a couple beers, a glass of wine at the end of the day.
Right.
And then you feel better about yourself.
Yes. So can you relate to that? Maybe not at this point in your life, but at some point in your life.
Yes.
Do you feel like that was the case? And if now, what's the difference? Or like, you could be as graphic as possible. Hey, you know what? I just want to fucking... We blow a load. That's it. Like sometimes, like it could be as simple as that.
Yeah.
Or do you feel like, because sometimes there's a world where, I got so many women I'm talking to, I'm starting to kind of like go a little crazy. There's like, I'm overwhelming myself with the casualness. So like, so there's this juggling act that if you allow yourself to go too far, a la like a Charlie Sheen type character. It's like you're just like off the rails. So it's like there is like a fine balance.
You gotta keep yourself in check.
So then how do you then? So all right. So like you speak to everything I just.
Okay.
I know I just threw a lot at you.
On the yeah, like when I was like 24, like early mid 20s, I was like chicks, like
right.
And all my friends were. Everyone was like, we go out to the
yeah.
bars and like everyone wanted to get laid. I would be banging girls on my friend's couch in Huntington, like at his apartment, like. But now it's like, I am like, I don't know why, but like I'm like more horny now than I was when I was 24.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my friend Matt King about this. He's like, yeah, champ. Yeah, man. You hit your 30. I was talking to him about this when I was 30.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, man. I mean, 30s is meant for males. It's meant for breeding. It's just in you. It's like you just want to.
Sure. All right.
And you get like this animalistic kind of like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I
like,
get you.
And I thought like my T levels or like my like. No, actually no, I didn't. But like my libido's just through the roof. Through the roof. Sorry, Arnold impression.
Yeah.
But then wait, and then to your point of like being fulfilled, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe that's it because after you crank one out.
Yep.
And you're thinking about a girl.
Yeah.
And you're like, should I call her? I'm like, no, let's crank one out first.
Sure.
And you crank it out, and you're I don't need to call her.
Right.
I'm good.
Well,
I think it's the fulfillment.
It's
dude.
the phrase. I mean, it's the. I hate the phrase. The post-nut clarity.
Yeah, I hate it too.
It's a disgusting phrase.
It's terrible.
But like, there is truth to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like women probably have their own version of it too. But there is a lot of truth to. Sometimes, like that's how you kind of know how you feel.
Yeah.
You
got to lay with the. You gotta be able to lay with a girl or lay with a significant other,
right?
After that, and still like want to like be in their skin. You know what I'm saying?
This is like such a huge point.
Yeah, it's like
such a huge. So like okay, so have you in your casual dating have had women that you sleep together and then you're like, oh, like I still really dig this chick. I'm cuddling with her. She's sleeping over.
Yeah.
You have a lot of those?
I've had that like once recently.
Okay,
like
but usually not.
Yeah.
Usually it's more of like, we sleep together, we hang.
Yeah, we hang.
We hang.
And
okay,
it's
there's
like,
a big difference. Okay, we sleep together and then we sit on the couch and we're hanging. Versus we sleep together and we're cuddling.
Yeah.
And you sleep and you actually sleep over.
Yeah.
That's like the next layer of okay, there is a comfort here, there's a potentially something a little bit deeper here if a guy is like wanting to do that.
Yeah. Totally.
Talk about it.
I mean, I would have moments of like hanging out with someone and then I would actually like leave that night.
Yeah.
And that was like a problem.
Sure.
And I'm like, I just like to sleep in my own bed.
No, I agree with that. Sometimes you just want to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah.
But then there are the women that you're like, oh no, like I want her to stay here. Or like I would totally sleep here.
Where are you going?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's such a funny thing because I think like when you meet somebody, like I said, the girlfriend box versus the casual box.
Yeah.
I think you kind of you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
until that moment of like the post-nut clarity, then you really know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And does that mean that like, okay, just because a guy sleeps over, that means he's gonna be your boyfriend? Like, no, obviously it doesn't mean that. But it means that like he does view you in that sort of way.
For
like
sure,
he really likes you. There's obviously a level of comfort and chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously a sexual compatibility. There's it's like that concoction that this is the right formula for maybe something to happen.
Yeah.
And then you see it through.
Yeah. Like you could be there.
Could be there, but to your point, you sleep with somebody and if you have the mindset as a guy, and ladies, guys think this, it's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Like I gotta get out of here. Then it's like, like, but I feel like a lot of times you kind of know you're gonna be in that headspace.
Yeah.
But you kind of don't know until
until
the deed is done. You don't know. It's a really, really tricky thing because like I was saying earlier, guys get a bad rap for you sleep with a woman and then it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
So as long as you're respectful, you're treating the person right with respect and you're not pushing. I think the weirdest thing is for a guy to be pushy about sex.
Yeah.
That's weird as fuck. So like you just create an atmosphere where you're treating them right, you're having fun.
Little cunnilingus.
Yeah, little cunnilingus. And then if they're comfortable, like that's when sex happens.
Yeah.
Right? As a guy, you should never be like pushing. For
sure.
I feel like that's kind of just gets to a weird point. But then when it happens, then
beautiful. It's just magic.
Magic.
You know?
No, but
and you feel that, you know, like
yes.
you feel like that sensual like tension release plus like a little animalistic.
No. You know, I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
So okay, here's a question. Do you think sex for you makes things more confusing or brings you more clarity on the situation?
Maybe a little more clarity.
More clarity.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure you've had like where you just like you really want to sleep with someone. You're
sure.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
She wants to sleep with me. Yes.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a level of like, it's a classic. I want something.
Yes.
Accomplishment.
Yeah.
Thing. Right.
And that's a real thing, man. It's like if someone's kind of like throwing the shoulder at you, but they're kind of into you.
Right.
It makes you just want them so much more.
Okay.
And that's a classic like since you're like 13 years old, right? Kind of, oh, she doesn't like me, I like her more.
So do you like when a woman kind of makes the chase happen? Like
like a little bit, but not too much.
Not too much.
'Cause then I'll just like now I'm old enough where I'll just veer off, drive off the bridge.
Right. Well, especially because you're in this casual mindset.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, if you're not gonna like move the way I would like for somebody to in the situation that I want, I'm just gonna go find somebody else. So like, that's interesting because that mindset is also very attractive to women.
Okay.
I'm saying the fact of like you're more very like kind of take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Which then shows that you have options subconsciously. So then they're like, oh wait, he's going away. Like, how do I win it back? Or how do I try to win this? How do I change his mind? Mm-hmm. And like that's where I think a lot of women unintentionally get looped into like guys like you. No, but it's like no, but in a sense where like they say to themselves like I want something serious, but then they meet because like listen, you have a great personality. Like you're like a cool dude.
Thanks,
that like people that women are gonna like and want to hang out with, right? So and especially like then you also have like you're successful. You got the clout too. It's like you're on paper is what like a lot of women would qualify as like a high value guy, right? You're a guy. You're a desirable guy, and women want the desirable guys, right? Let's say like top like 20% of guys, right? That's when I would like put like a percentage around it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have situations where I'm assuming you definitely have where it's like women are throwing themselves at you, so to speak, trying to change that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could change him. Maybe I could make him want something serious with me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure this happened to you before. Do you like
for sure?
Do you meet more people through like DMs and stuff like that, or in person? Social circle stuff.
I met through both. Yeah. Sorry, I had to think about that for a sec. DMs and in person. A lot of being in New York, meeting a lot of people in person.
Yeah.
And then very recently, like through DMs. Honestly, just like it's a mixture of like, everything.
Are you going out of your way more to meet women, or do you feel like they kind of come to you?
No, it's just
no. This is an interesting point.
Not even like they'll come to me. It's just like sometimes it's a lot of energy. Like this might be a silly example, but people on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, I commend them because that's a lot of energy.
Right.
Expending, dating so many people at one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people will say, oh, you should go on The Bachelor. I'm like, no. I don't have that much energy.
Yeah.
I peak, I go, and then when I crash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm like Energizer Bunny without the batteries.
Right.
Maybe like one battery.
Yeah, one battery.
Like I feel like I have like one good night, but like I can't like go out of my way to meet a bunch of women just because it's so much mental and like emotional capacity is just being drained.
So you feel like you don't have the, because this is a good point, because you're talking about, it'd have to be the right person and this and that for you to want to settle down, because something I talk about a lot is like having a girlfriend is a
it's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah.
It's a job, not only financially, because you're literally paying for this other person all the time, but emotionally, like there's a lot of bandwidth needed.
For sure.
For a relationship, even the best relationship.
You gotta work at it.
But there's still a level of mental bandwidth that needs to be placed on that. So you just feel like you just don't have that capacity right now.
Not right now. I don't. It'll happen. But like I was talking to my friend Jason, and he's been divorced. He has a new wife.
Okay.
They're great together. she's great. We'll go on hikes and have the conversation because I'll talk to him and, you know, vent to him and like he'll do the same, whatnot. But he was telling me it's like being married to someone or a girlfriend is like, to put it best, a full-time job.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like the bandwidth, you got to work at it. You got to care about it.
Yep.
You can't just like go through the motions with a relationship, you know?
No.
Then it's just fucking,
yeah, right.
You know, like
you have to actively, and I've sort of noticed this through my past relationships and like what I'm looking for now. It's like, I want to be so crazy about someone that like, I want to pour into that relationship.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it as like, romantic and electric and keep that spark alive. And obviously, you know, you're with someone for a while, things change. But like, I have a very different opinion of how I want to go about dating now versus how I did in the past. Where like in the past, like I had girlfriends, but like I wasn't necessarily thinking about it in terms of like marriage or like the finality of this is a wife or whatever. And through my experiences, like I've just kind of learned that like, okay, now I'm at the place where like I want that. I'm not in like a rush for it, but like in my mind, I'm curious about you because you say you're 34.
Yeah.
Okay, I just turned 32.
Nice.
It's like I have we're in our 30s, baby.
Go, bro.
I feel like I don't have a timeline, but like I kind of feel like I have a timeline as a guy, like because you know I want my parents to be grandparents.
Yeah, same.
My grandparents are still alive, so I would like for them to like see like a great grandkid at some point. So like in my mind, I'm like by like 35, like I want a kid, I want to be married. Like that's what I'm sort of envisioning. If it turns out that way, it turns out that way. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, but like that's. In my mind, like I know what I'm looking for now because I've had these past experiences, and I'm like, okay, I'm very clear as to what this type of person is going to look like in my life.
Yeah.
So now I feel like, for lack of a better word, like manifesting the person. Like I feel even just the women that I've spoken to, it's just like they're all amazing. And that's another thing. I feel like there's such an abundance of amazing women out there and not really that many cool dudes. Like actual desirable dudes too. So that's why the top 20%, like I was saying, there's just such an emphasis on them because most dudes are just herbs. And it's like they all want like these cool guys. Yeah. And it's just it's interesting. So it's
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know.
Especially in New York, there's so many wonderful.
So many. It's
But there can't be that many cool dudes around.
I mean, you know, I don't think there ever has been. I think now it's more apparent because of social media. Where like, okay, I've talked about this before, but like, let's just say 50 years ago, the emphasis was on get married, have babies, right? So it's like you just marry whatever like dude was in your hometown. Like our parents, our grandparents, and then they get married, and then it would end up with some like this horrible relationship. Some of them worked out, obviously, but. It was just like, okay, who's in my town? And that's it, right? They would just, and there was an emphasis on like, you need to get married. Where now,
this abundance.
It's abundance. You could find everyone on your phone.
I think it's like we were talking about this at the festival. It's a little like being on the internet for this long, and I had this conversation with my roommate Zane at one point too. It's like you're breaking your neck everywhere.
Right.
Like so how, and then you just kind of develop this like.
So this is a good question for you then. So then like when does it end? Does it ever end?
I know. It's like now.
No.
It's like I don't know.
Well, because I think so. I've changed my perspective on it.
Yeah, I think that's what needs to be done.
Yes. Well, I think it's a choice.
For sure. Yeah.
It's a choice that needs to be rooted in. It could be a few different things. Like I personally have been leaning a little bit more into like religion, my spirituality a little bit more. Yes. So like using like kind of God as a presence for me has been a little bit more grounding in that sense of like, oh, like I'm looking for someone to start a family with, for like my purpose in life. I want to be a dad. Like, so like that's kind of like what's helped me reshape that like, okay, now that I feel like I'm ready for this, I'm not saying I'm like ready today, but like I know in the next year, like I'll be ready.
I'm in that same space.
Right. I'm definitely not 100% where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
I'm not like, you know, this is.
But are we ever going to be?
But then, so there's like that fine line of like, what does that look like for yourself? Like, what is that level of success? How close are you to it? Like I say to women, like you want to bet on a guy, like you don't want to take on a project.
Yeah.
You want a horse that's in the Kentucky Derby. Doesn't need to be the winner.
I want to invest in him.
He doesn't need to be the winner yet, but he needs to be like a good horse.
Yeah, he needs to be a good horse, and then you're supporting that horse for a while, and then he wins, and boom, you hit the lotto.
Right.
I don't know.
But sometimes women bet on a horse when he's like
Yeah.
a young buck in the stables.
Yeah.
And it's like then the horse gets to where he wants to, and then he leaves her.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
For sure.
But
yeah.
like
in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, right. But if you meet a guy where he's like 75% of the way there, but this next 25% is like, that's the dream, which I feel like it's for you. I feel like you've built this thing for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're like, that last 25% for yourself, it's like, the most fulfilled you're going to be in your life is when you get that last 25%.
Yeah.
Like what, working on movies and doing all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And same thing with me. It's like I aspirations for TV, this and that. So it's like, that's the dream. Right now, like we're in that really good spot, but it's then viewing a year out from now, 2 years out from now, it's like, okay, that I know exactly where I want to be. And then at that point, I'm ready to make that choice. Like right now, I'm making the choice of like, I want to date intentionally to find somebody where, okay, 8 months, a year from now, I'm going to be where I want to be because I have the belief in myself and I'm taking those actions.
Yeah.
And by that point, in theory, I'd be ready to like propose to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like, that's how I'm viewing it. So it's like wondering if you're kind of viewing it that similar way.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because I have aspirations like, early 30s, I'm mid 30s now.
Yeah, you're
I'm early 30s.
Just about.
There's early and there's late.
Yeah,
there's no fucking mid. But no, I saw myself, getting married and having kids actually like by 33, 34.
Yeah.
Now, pushing that back a little bit. Like I think 37 is a great age for me for that.
Yeah.
But no, I have like put that out there. Like I've thought about giving that thought, like you said.
Yeah.
And whether it's spirituality, manifesting, or talking to God and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I think it's all kind of like is very cohesive and is all like not this. I mean, I don't want to piss anybody off, but it's very, similar. I feel like praying is manifesting.
It is. No, I say it all the time. It is.
It's therapeutic.
It is.
And so, I have manifested a lot.
Yeah.
In my life.
Right.
And like literally, I've thought about things and then they happen.
Right.
Like maybe it depends. Maybe 2 weeks, a year, 2 years down the road.
Yeah.
So,
You never know the timing of when things are going to happen.
yeah, like my ex-girlfriend, like I literally manifested her. There's no way I should have gotten her. I was like the party drunk kid in David's vlogs.
Yeah.
And she's like, there's no way I would date any of these guys, and then we're dating,
Right.
So it's like I believe in it.
Right. I think it's totally true, totally real.
Yeah.
But it's also getting yourself in the
that mindset.
the mindset
Yeah, it's the
of
mindset.
like things are possible.
And you're right, like being intent with something and like I guess even like changing your perspective on how you view things, and then it's like a little shift.
Right. So here's a question: do you feel like maybe in the past, like let's talk about maybe in the past, but even now, do you feel like you've made the wrong decision dating wise before to like, okay, so maybe you met someone who you feel like this could work out with, but then you made the decision like, no, I'm single, and you feel like that was like a wrong decision. Something like that.
I don't.
If something doesn't come to mind, it doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So you feel like you've always...
I mean, maybe I haven't made like...
You made bad decisions, but like as far as...
I think that's just like the path of my life.
Right. Yeah.
So I wouldn't go back and change any of it. I mean, if there was a girl in my high school and like in my hometown.
Okay.
I call her my white buffalo. She's pregnant now and married.
Oh, okay. All right.
God bless her. We never dated or kissed or anything.
Yeah, just the one.
It was just the one
that got away.
The one that got away.
There is. I feel like every guy has at least like one or two women like that in their lives where it's like in an alternate universe, like this is my wife.
Like we flirted a couple times at the gym. I knew her family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she's into me. And then she was like the first influencer out of our town, like a modelly influencer.
Sure.
And she just comes from an athletic family, cool family, and she's just I still think the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yeah.
And the one that got away. So that's the only one that I would come to mind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So every other situation, you feel like you've known what you've wanted out of it is the right decision. You handle it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe after like a situationship, it's like, oh shit, for like a day, maybe a day or two.
Where you're like,
I'll dwell on it, like maybe.
Oh, after ending it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then after a couple of days, dude, I feel like
So you talk about the decision making process.
The decision making, I think Yeah, it's just like now it's like not like knowing that I couldn't put everything into a relationship. That's what it is. Like knowing that I can't put like my full-fledged force because just you're breaking necks. I'm just kidding.
But do you feel like that's the main? Do you feel like that's the main reason? Is that there's a lot of options out there, or do you feel like it's more of the? If you're going to put a percentage on it, how much of the percentage is the options versus I need my mental bandwidth to focus on the things that I'm focusing on? Be honest.
I think it's how like you do something and in your brain and your mind just gets like used to it.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of becomes like a functionality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think. Like
think you're a little used to this lifestyle
to this lifestyle, now? Yes. I think that's what we were talking about at the at the John Summit thing. It's like you get used to a certain lifestyle. You got to break that.
Got to break the pattern.
Got to break the pattern. Yeah.
Yes. Where it's like essentially, so essentially you committing to somebody and going into a relationship is, it's like it's changing, it's stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, because it's been 3 years. I was like, at one point I was in like almost like a back-to-back relationship.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like in between that, I dated someone for like a month.
Okay.
And then, and that was like right after like the first relationship.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, he's getting into another relationship. And now it's been 3+ years. I actually, I do love my me time and like my own space.
No, it's great.
You know?
I feel like it's super important to have your own life and all that.
But I think that's what it is. It's breaking a mold.
Do you think that is part of the reason you like keeping somebody emotionally vulnerability-wise here? Like, okay, with your situationships with people that you're seeing kind of like that, are you having like really deep emotional conversations with them? Or do you feel like you keep it more surface level fun?
With some.
With some.
Yeah.
And the ones that the some that you do that with, you feel like those people lean more towards a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like towards that
direction. Yeah, for sure.
But no one has like crossed that boundary where it's made you maybe change your mind on where you stand right now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one in the past like 6-7 months.
Okay.
But then.
How long did that run its course?
Like 2 months.
2 months? How often were you seeing her?
A few times a month because it was LA, New York.
Okay. She lives here. She lives here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe something you should get asked more about, of like how frequent is that?
No, that's why I want to, I feel like this is, all right, so it was a long distance thing.
Long distance thing, yeah.
So it was a long distance thing. So you only saw her what, like maybe like 5 times total?
Yeah, maybe 5-6 times. But that's the thing too. I think with people, they can, not just me, sorry. I think people can use long distance or
I know where you're going.
as something to lean on.
Yes.
To like know it's not working out, to keep it more casual. It's
For sure.
You're keeping your foot out the door still.
I literally say this all the time. I say long distance works in the benefit of men.
Yeah.
Who want to keep things a little bit more casual, because for it to work out, you would have to put so much of an investment of like, oh, I'm flying out to New York every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right, to see this person.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I actually noticed this with a lot of women too. They fall into a lot of long distance things. And my thing to them is, it's similar. Men, at this point, it's still similar. It's because if they lived close to you, you would have to end up being more vulnerable. Like you would, the experience would move so much faster that you would have to.
Because the long distance thing, it's like everything's always good.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm with you. Oh, this is so amazing. And then leave. Boom.
Right.
And then, but there's no actual real you in front of them because you want to keep everything up here.
Right.
And happy.
Right. Because like if we're only spending a weekend together,
it's got to be good.
How often am I like? We're going to talk about some sad shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, like that would be the difference, though.
Yeah.
Being willing to do that, it's like, okay,
Getting
I have
past
to maximize this amount of time.
Yeah.
Let's get into the stuff. Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Right.
It's very interesting.
And also too with age too.
Age
like
too.
Dating someone, like if I was to date someone that was 30.
Okay.
You got to watch yourself because they probably want more.
Yes, yeah,
You know,
they do.
So I tiptoe around, like, if I were to like talk to someone or like hook up with someone who's like around that age, I'm like very like, yo, this is if you're looking for something, this is not it.
Okay, so you straight up will say that with women who seem to be
Looking for like a husband and kids.
Yep.
Not that I'm putting myself on that pedestal that I could be there.
No, for sure.
But you know what I'm saying?
But it's out of respect for them.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, totally.
And so even like, so just gotta find that
Fine line. No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So, okay, so you ended it with that one because of the long distance. You're like, it's kind of going to fizzle out. You don't really have the capacity to invest in this.
Yeah, we're both on the same page.
You're both, she was on the same page too.
She was ahead of me.
So she was kind of verbalizing that to you.
Yeah. Because she had a long distance relationship before.
Okay.
She's like, it's shit.
I mean, we got through like literally everything that I have on this list. Is there anything that comes to mind, Chris?
You can also ask, I'm not sure if you like this, but
go into it.
My music, a lot of my music is about my ex-girlfriend. It's like,
all right, let's talk about it. So yeah, we were talking at the festival. You make music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we both do.
We both do. We both make music. So yeah, so your music is about relationships.
Yeah,
or music inspired.
Yeah,
I mean, relationship inspired.
Relationship inspired. I would say 4 or 5 songs. My very first song, called Madalena, it was about her.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a joke song, but it's a serious song, a serious joke song.
Yeah, I get you.
And then from there, I got this itch just to make music, and then the next one, I think I called it "Perfect Morning." That was about her waking up next to her and like just having a cup of coffee.
So wait, which one was this?
Natalie.
Sex was this?
Natalie.
Your first sex?
Second one.
Second one.
Second one, yeah. Actually, when we like debuted the song for David's vlog,
Yeah.
the ex-girlfriend and the girlfriend were both there. Well, she wasn't my girlfriend yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so they're both listening to the song.
Okay, so this is interesting. So this is all right. So you dated this woman for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Okay, and she inspired your creativity.
Yeah, see, that's
she inspired something that romantic.
Yes, and that's what I
side of you.
romanticize. Like, I love that. Even like being able to show her a demo of the song.
Right. No, I feel that.
Like I love that shit.
No, I feel that. No,
know?
when you want to show a woman you're seeing the creative projects that you're working on.
Yeah, that's when you really care about someone.
That's when because you care about their opinion.
Dude, because showing us someone in a song, I'm sure you know, or a story is like it's very vulnerable. Even like, so I noticed that like, just like when she would listen to it, I'm like, oh, like I want your honest opinion, but she doesn't like it, and it sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously, you want an honest critique,
right?
But no, there's always she inspired a lot. Quite a bit of music and like even like short stories too, because I write short stories and whatnot. So like a lot of that's what I've been searching for. Yeah,
searching for somebody that makes you feel that same sort of way.
Not even validated. It's just like an honest. Like someone that you can like share that with, I guess. Share that art with.
And is that, in your opinion, is that more of like is it a conversational chemistry? Is it a level of comfort? Is it all the above?
I think all the above.
Yeah.
Like a level of comfort.
A feeling?
Feeling, the chemistry, like seeing them as a person that you can entrust this with and value their opinion.
She's a creative, I'm a creative, this and that. And then there's the
intuition,
the stuff
right?
that we can't, that like I have my little crystal ball we could think about. It's like the stuff that it's like, why do I feel this way? Where does this emotion come from?
That little tingle in the pants.
The tingle in the pants.
And then the gut.
Not the pants.
Down boy.
But it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because there could be some people that in your mind check out all the boxes logically. Oh my God, this and that, everything's perfect. And then you get to the tingle feeling. It's like, it's not quite tingling. But then some people will ignore someone who might be really good for them to chase the tingle feeling.
Yeah.
But then the tingle feeling person isn't the right person for them. So, and women do this too. I think we as humans, like we tend to.
Yeah.
This is the thing that everyone's trying to figure out.
Makes us human.
It's very interesting. What's on your mind?
Family stuff is on my mind because I dated someone.
Okay.
And she lived in California, away from her family.
Okay.
And I noticed she really loved. I would bring her to family birthdays.
Okay.
To my mom's side, very big family.
Okay.
And I love that she loved that.
Okay. Yeah.
She adored my family.
This is a great little point.
You know what I'm saying? And then I love that she wanted to be around my family. I love just that aspect of bringing someone around your family.
And they feel comfortable.
Yep. And then we would have family bunko parties at Christmas, right? At my aunt's house. Shit ton of tables, shit ton of family and friends. But the fact that I didn't have to be with her the entire time.
Yep.
Because bunko, you move tables. You're not going to stick around the entire time.
No, that's huge. Being able to be with someone who they could be on their own.
Yeah, with my aunts and my grandmas.
We're similar, and they're both very social, outgoing people.
Yeah.
So we need a woman who can survive.
Yes.
On her own, if I'm mingling,
Yeah.
or doing something. Obviously, you're walking around with your girl most of the time.
Yeah.
But there is a time where it's well, let's see how she does.
Seriously, yeah.
And you got to see that.
And I actually think I didn't think about this before, but bunko, throw a bunko party, a Christmas bunko party, with a bunch of family, and see, because you and your significant other, they're not going to stick together the entire time, because bunko, you have a partner, and if you win, you go to the next table, but you're different partners. So then you're going to eventually separate.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then see how she does, holding her own. Because my mom's side of the family, there's so many people.
Yeah.
And my aunts, my uncle, and very loud personalities, Italian, Mexican, So they're fun though. So it was, and she did great.
I keep saying, guys sometimes get a bad rap because, whatever, we've been dating for a few months, and then you get to that point, and it's okay, how is our connection? How's your connection with my family? How's your connection with my friends? Mm-hmm. All these checkpoints. And, this is the unfortunate reality, is that men, at the end of the day, decide the relationship because men have to propose. Mm-hmm. So it's men decide the relationship status at the end of the day, where then women have more control over the when do we sleep together, right? That's kind of the balance of power, where it's but it's kind of up because everybody likes sex, right? So it's that obviously is going to come earlier. Yeah. But what I say to women is if you're after something serious, hold out a little bit. Is it a perfect rule? No, but it sort of depends. It's a feeling out process, and you kind of trust your intuition on that. For sure. But at the end of the day, it's if I'm going to say hey, you're going to be my girlfriend, at least at this point in my life, if I'm okay, you're my girlfriend, you're going to be I'm treating you as if you're probably going to be my wife. Yeah. At that point. Same thing with you. I think you wouldn't have another girlfriend unless you were I'm probably going to marry this person. 100%. So it's I kind of got to see you in a bunch of different settings and really be honest with my feelings to make sure yes, it's something I'm serious about, because the last thing I would want to do at this point in my life, and probably you as well, is just get into some dumb relationship where it's just a waste of time. Right? So it's the intentionality behind it, and that's where I think you're thinking about it all the right way. I'm just curious if I don't think you are, but if you're running from it, from being ready right now, potentially.
Running from it? No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Maybe I am.
I don't know. These are introspective things.
No,
I don't think it's not one of those things where it's I'm intentionally doing it, right? Sometimes it's subconsciously, am I avoiding a level of closeness for a reason? Am I not? And maybe you are, maybe you're not. Yeah. Yeah. Would you say, so right now, okay, here's a question. Would you say you're dateable right now? So let's say you met someone who changed your mind, right? You're oh my God, this is 10 out of 10. Do you feel you would be able to kind of shift your perspective, or do you feel you would end up sabotaging? What do you think?
I think of she was the right girl.
Yeah.
I'm wow, this is you kind of get that feeling of an obsession.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what I would have to get. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even that kind of sounds unhealthy.
No, there's a
little feeling in
there's
your gut,
a healthy. I say a lot. I say you want a guy that's obsessed with you.
Yeah.
There's a healthy level to it, and
then
there's an unhealthy love bombing, crazy level to it. But you don't strike me as somebody who does that. So it's that's not you. Very interesting stuff. Todd, well, thanks for coming, man. I think I'm really curious to see how the audience is gonna like this one.
Oh man.
Yeah, but this is good. I think this is good stuff. You're really open and honest about where you're at and stuff, which is great. I mean, I think that's when I talk about guys. It's the best way to be is to be honest about where you're at. And I think the women are gonna appreciate the insight.
Shit.
We'll find out.
Yeah, let me know.
See you next time.
See ya. Bye. Thanks for having me.